What's up, guys? It is JBeebs here, and welcome to the first episode of the Cambridge United Career Mode series. Obviously, I'll be taking charge of Cambridge United, and basically I'll just going through this career mode. I'll be going through, playing all the games, talking to you guys throughout those games, giving you guys any updates in between the games, and really just taking you along this journey as we hopefully are able to take Cambridge United up to the Premier League and hopefully European glory. But our main objective is to reach the Premier League. Obviously, we are starting off in League 2, so this is definitely a road to glory. So it's definitely going to take some time. Obviously, the team is nowhere close to where it needs to be. However, with some smart transfers, some smart investments in players, I feel like we do have a pretty good chance of making it up to the Premier League. I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually made it up to the Premier League with a League 2 side on FIFA 21 yet. However, I mean, it's a first for everything. Just gotta create my save file real quick. Alright, then we get the preseason tournaments. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for European International Cup. Just money-wise, that's the easiest. Give us the most money. Alright, so check out our emails. Probably go check out our youth academy. See what players there are. Okay, so pretty much as you'd expect from a League 2 Youth Academy. Not really that many good players. I mean, Mendez looks like he can maybe be decent. Bouffier looks like he'll be a lifetime backup. And Hackle will probably just end up being our third string goalkeeper this season. So we have about, once we readjust the wage budget, we got about 1.7 mil to spend. And to be honest, I have a couple of players picked out. All right, so I'm gonna change the team because I don't want to play this 4-4-2. So the one player I'm gonna look to buy, gonna look to buy a new right winger, just because obviously Davies, I cannot trust him to play right winger if he only has 32 shooting. Also gonna have to change Houlihan to a center mid, and since Boateng is in on loan, we'll keep May in the starting lineup. Other than that, team pretty much picks itself. Darling has more potential. At the time we're recording this, Darling was just sold to MK Dons, but he is with the team right now, so we're going to keep him. I should fix the backups or the bench. I mean, really the one thing this team is lacking is wingers. So that is probably one thing that I will look to buy. We'll buy, obviously, a starting right winger, but also probably look to invest in the youth academy. Alright, so now tactics-wise, we'll press after we lose the ball. Just simple enough, 6-7. Just balanced, spread the play out, get some players in the box. I mean, that's all I can really think of as of now. Probably have Digby stay back just because of how good of a defensive presence he is. To have our wingers actually cut inside so our outside backs can overlap. Yeah. So that's what the starting lineup's going to look like. Now, obviously, since it's a little bit of a change-up, we do have to go through and just fix everyone's development plans. I mean, you're not going to fix the keepers at all. So the one thing that I've noticed that is probably the most important stat for especially defending at the lower level is defensive awareness. And let me tell you, it is a big pain in the butt when the defensive awareness is not up. I mean, your players literally just stand there, watch 3 players run by them, and do nothing about it. So I guess one of the more positive things is this team actually has a little bit of youth. I mean, obviously that's a positive with every team. I know a couple of these players are in on loan. Alright, for our wingers. I still don't really understand how like all the previous series I've done with Hannett, he's actually ended up being like our best player without a doubt. I don't know why, I don't know how, but he's just ended up being our best player. Before they had all of this formation stuff and development plan stuff, I mean, I had Hannett playing my striker. Well, he would either end up at striker or he would end up at defensive mid. It could literally change any game. Alright, yeah, we want our strikers to be the complete striker. We want that finishing attack position and shot power up. We don't really need long shots, especially with the formation we play, but we do want that curve composure up. I do have a little bit of shocking transfer news for the team once we get into the groove of things. Actually, I think I'm going to switch Dallas to a left wing because he is a pacier player, and yeah, it only takes 8 weeks. So I will be switching him to a left winger. All right. So now, obviously, going from a 4-4-2 to a 4-3-3, don't really need as many strikers. So I will be loaning out Nibs. And I guess I'll keep these players whose contract are expiring. I don't know what to do with Ironside. I think I'll keep him around, at least through the first transfer window, because obviously have to let the team kind of set in a little bit. So yeah, Boateng's not starting because he's a player who is in on loan. I should probably switch Hannett to a left winger. Forgot about that. 100 weeks. I don't even know if he's gonna be at the club for another 100 weeks. Alright, so he is in on loan as well. So yeah, I mean, the team is actually looking pretty decent. I am gonna look to sell Callum Burton just because he is someone who wants an important role, but he will not be playing much because he is only the backup keeper. So now we should probably look to invest in the youth academy a little bit. Ooh. Now this is tough. Because I want to bring in and buy a new right winger. I think I'm gonna look to see if we can get another good lower scout. No. Oh well, we'll just pick him up anyway. So that leaves us with essentially $1.5 million to spend. So I'm just gonna get all my scouts back. Because I kind of know I know a couple of players I would like to get. But I think I'm also might search. I don't know, there's a lot of questions with the team right now. I really just want to look to bring in that new right winger. Alright, the objective shouldn't be that bad. Yep, standard youth development. That'll be tough. Can't really defend that well. Finish mid-table. I think we might be able to do that. Sell 2 players and sign 2 crucial players. So they want me to shake the team up. Well, we only have like a couple of crucial players. Can't sell him. Bummelin. I mean, might actually be able to work with this. I mean, I could sell... I don't want to sell Mullen because he's very good. I might sell Noyle because he's a tremendous athlete, but he's not the greatest of... He's not the greatest defender. I guess I'll sell Hannant as well, because I think his stats are a lot lower than what they used to be. Like on FIFA, I mean even FIFA 20, he was a full-on beast. So that's what we'll do. I'll look to bring in players to replace obviously Hannant and Noyle, and that's going to be a huge transfer shakeup for the team. I mean that changes pretty much everything in my really in my approach to the season. But I mean, that's what you kind of got to expect. Obviously, these things are going to happen. You gotta understand what the board wants, so that you and the board can kind of be on the same wavelength. And that is essentially what we are doing with this. Alright, so look to sell Hannant. Look to sell Noyle. Alright, now obviously we're gonna play through this training. But then after we play through this training, we're gonna have to deal with the aftermath of really all this transfer moves. Because it's going to be a big shakeup. Because we sold. I mean, that's two crucial players that are going to be leaving the club. I mean, their contracts are already going to expire at the end of the season. And realistically, probably not going to keep them. So it's probably best that we get rid of them now. Earn a profit. Everyone's happy. I mean, depending on how things work out, we might just buy them back in the future. Oh, nice nutmeg. See, this is why I like Mullen, because he's not the biggest of strikers, but he's a very physical, strong striker. So I mean, he's not going to make the big towering striker plays, but he is still going to dish out some damage. Oh. See, that's exactly why I want to buy some new players. 'Cause I don't even know who... I know this is Darling. I don't know who this is. I think it might be the right back we have in on loan. I can't remember his name. But he's obviously not that good. Good save there by Mitov. And just double team him. He's way offsides. But I don't think offsides count in this drill. I mean, with these training drills, I usually only do it the first time. Like, if I get a good grade, I get a good grade. That B? Yeah, we'll take a B. This drill's probably the easiest one I've encountered. So they just gotta sit there, pass it for the first circle, get a bunch of XP, or get a bunch of points for the score, and then the next one, once they have one defender, you really just gotta pass around the defender. I mean, you really just got to go in a circle. And literally the easiest, most pointless drill on FIFA 21. I mean, just like that, I have an A. And then even once they add to the 2 defenders. I mean, the 1 defender is always an absolute idiot. Oh well, I'll take an A. I'll take 2 A's and a B. Not bad. So now, I think about the next time we have a training drill, we're gonna have to deal with everything that just happened. We're gonna have probably 6 or 7 player messages. Oh, only 4. Alright. Okay, notifications. The 4th A boss. I'm a bit surprised. Can't guarantee you games. Can't guarantee you games. Alone is your best option. I mean, it really is, because he's not playing this season. Nibs will probably definitely be the team next season, I assume. I mean, you can't deal in absolutes with transfers. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't happen. This drill, I feel like it's just an annoying one. Because, I mean, when something like that happens, I mean, like, if you guys see me, I don't really do school moves. So I don't really know any skill moves or how to do them. Whenever I play, I mean, I've always been just a simple, even whenever I was actually playing, it was always just a simple, you know, maybe a step over, just a simple cut. I was never really a big skill move guy. I could do a pretty decent amount. It was just a matter of applicability. There you go. That's the word. So now this drill is the most annoying drill, because you can only jockey and slide tackle, which idiots cannot do. Another thing I've encountered, a little glitch, is I get a little bit of help from my teammates every once in a while. Alright. Good interceptions, though. I think I might actually somehow sneak away with an A. See, like that. There's literally nothing I can do about that. Like when they literally just turn around, and all of a sudden they turn in, it's like prime Messi. Like the players have no, like, agility. Like, look at that. What am I supposed to do? I'm standing right on the line, jockeying like it says to, and they just get passed around. I'll take the stupid B. I hate that drill. I love this one. Except when my striker, that my backup striker, can complete a 5-yard pass. I also don't understand the player choices that it makes for these drills. Like, why in this passing drill I didn't have a single center mid? I mean, I guess I had Houlihan, but I mean, why are 3 of my strikers participating in a passing drill? I'm sorry, but that's not what strikers do. Alright, so we already have a loan offer for Nibs and a transfer offer for Dunk, but I don't want to get rid of Dunk. And this is not a loan to buy. I'm fully comfortable with loaning him out for a season or 2. I'm not comfortable with a loan to buy deal. Alright, so before we get into our first preseason game, some players that I want to scout. Now, these are the right wingers that are going to be. These are the players I'm looking to always bring into the club. These are the players I'm looking to bring in to start at that right winger spot. Seriously, all these players are like brand new to the club. Ooh. I didn't even think of that. So, Cambridge United fans out there, you know. David Amu. A player who I was particularly fond of, especially on FIFA, because he is extremely pacey. Yep, left the club, obviously, before the 2019, in the 2019-2020 season, to join Port Vale. Obviously, in the league. I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of that move. I thought that he was a very good player that should have been kept at the club. However, obviously, I don't have a say in any of the transfers of the club or in any. I mean, I live in America. I don't watch the games. I'm just a fan. I mean, really, because of FIFA. Hopefully, one day down the line, hopefully this channel blows up. I can actually go see Cambridge United game in person. Why is everyone joining clubs in? Why did everyone move this summer? Like, I'm just trying to find some first team quality right wingers. Like, I don't really think I'm asking for much now. Why? I think I've been searching for players, and the one player I find is a former player that I was not even thinking about bringing in. Seriously, every single player I look to buy, I think I want to buy. Nope, just join the club. Go for a little bit. Finally, I found a player to buy. Not necessarily the biggest fan on him. However, I mean, we're taking anything we can get at this point. Now, Morris, I've done a couple of career mode saves with Tranmere. I know he's a pretty decent player, but obviously still gonna look for other players. I'd like to go young. Just 'cause I feel like we already have veteran experience elsewhere. Finally. So Bonnie, that guy, is probably our highest up on the list of players I'd like to get. All right, so I think we'll find one more player to play our future right mid spot, and should be good. All right, so now we're gonna look to get those left wingers that will be playing obviously that left mid spot. And I am looking to only have right-footed. I essentially want the wings to cut inside. So because of that, have to obviously find the right sort of players. And I think we are going to be able to do so with some of these players. I mean, right now we're not, as much as I'd like to say that we are building for the future, I don't really think we are. I think this season's really just about, I mean, if we can get promoted, we're good. Because then usually we get an influx of cash, as well as better leverage in transfer negotiations. I think we should be. Oh no, we gotta look to get a nice right back. So your thing is, obviously, I don't know how much. I don't know how much all these players are gonna sell for. So I am looking to not buy some high quality expensive players just because obviously I don't know how much they're actually gonna end up being worth. So that definitely changes things. However, should still be able to find some good players at a relatively lower price. Especially with the way the team is hopefully going to be performing, we should just be able to sign some of these players. I mean, realistically, we're going to turn this team into a powerhouse as far as negotiations go. Like, I mean, I'm not against at all in any way signing players and selling them the next season. It doesn't like irk me. I actually think it's smart business. All right, so I think we're gonna find one more right back, and just actually get into a game. Ooh, I will not be signing, or I won't be playing the preseason games because honestly I just can't be asked to. That's a lot. And it's just preseason. Don't really care. But I do want to win. I just don't care so much about the results. Alright, we have our first transfer in for Hannant. I would like to not sell anybody till after preseason ends. However, when we get this good of an offer, and if we can raise that up to like not even $1 million, like 800, little north of $800,000, I think that'd be the ideal. That would be the ideal number we're looking for. All right, so there is a commodity for Hannant, and it looks like Nibs' loan to Swansea has gone through, and that's also a really good thing because that means he's gonna be in the championship. I don't know why Swansea would look. I don't know why they're looking to get Nibs, because he's not championship quality. But I mean, I guess if they like what they see, they'll maybe look to put in a transfer bid for next season. I don't think I have a loan. Yeah, Ben Davies is not Ben Davies. Jeez, I wish we had Ben Davies. Go with Spurs left back. I don't know how well he's doing now. I know he has been very good in the past. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this drill is annoying. Like, why is one of my center mids that, I mean, realistically he's a defensive mid that's playing a little bit further ahead. Why is he, like, when would this happen? When would he be on the end of a through ball in the box? And I mean, nice thing is we know that Boateng coming off the bench. I mean, okay, I kind of jinxed it there. I mean, he's got a good range of passes. Yeah, we're just gonna take that. There's no way with O'Neal finishing those. There's no way we're getting more than a C with him. When you saw, there was like 3, like, solid times where it easily should have been a nice simple volley in, but completely messed it up. Also surprisingly clean, nice and easy drill right there. All right, this one's pretty easy as well. You just gotta be smart with it. I mean, you gotta take advantage of the low shots and the chip shots. I mean, oh, I could have sworn that was gonna hit the water bottle. Oh, I think it's also like easier when you're not using 61 overalls. 62. There we go. See, I want to know why my starting striker, I want to know why Mullen isn't on that drill, but Dallas is. Alright, we got an oil transfer offer now. Ooh. A little bit north of 800,000. That's good. Hannant, that reached a deal at 760. I mean, we'll take it. Because the players I'm looking to bring in are costing around 750,000. So if we can get all these players essentially for free and still have an extra million some. Alright, so Nibs has officially gone. But as I was saying, if we can, with the money we bring in from these players and the money that we just have already before, if we can bring in 6-7 first team players this season, I wouldn't mind one bit. In this game, we're playing to stay in the preseason, and we will end up losing. Not too happy about, but you know, I get it, understand. Those things will happen. And now it's really just about negotiating these deals, managing transfers, bringing players in, selling players. I mean, yeah, I guess we're going to see what happens next. I don't know who's going to be sold. Pretty solid. Alright, no updates heading into this 14th. Do have a couple more training drills still left to play. I will say the one really good thing that FIFA did was that, I mean, once you get a result, you can keep it. Because honestly, it was frustrating, I think is not even the right word. When you know you could easily do all 3 of the drills and get A's, but I mean, it just took so much time. You just end up simming and hoping for the best. And I'm really thankful that they did kind of add this new training system. I don't know if this was brought on by fans or if people at EA just has some common sense. But, I mean, it was probably the fans, because I mean, EA doesn't respond, and it takes about 3 games usually for them to get what we want. I mean, for example, Madden Community's been asking for franchise mode, which is essentially like Madden career mode, to be fixed for like 3 games now, and they've done nothing. I will say FIFA definitely has the better I guess you can, like, team behind the game. Like, Madden is just a mess. Like, I will say that. I mean, FIFA, obviously you have all the glitches with the screens and everything like that. But if you watch some of those Madden glitches that's on Madden, it is probably, it's 10 times worse than FIFA. Like, I know the FIFA community, especially a lot of complaints. Being in the FIFA and the Madden community, ugh. We FIFA players, you guys, we don't realize how nice you actually have it. And FIFA at least showed it. I mean, this year, it seems like they actually care about career mode. Which is obviously big thing, obviously, for me. And especially for all my fellow offline players, because I don't play Ultimate Team, because A, I don't really have anybody to play with, but B, I don't have a desire to, because it's all, I mean, it's all pay to win. I mean, FIFA career mode kind of is, but obviously you gotta pay money in the game. You can't just splurge $100 million into your career mode in season 5. Obviously you can cheese the game and just buy and sell players, and ooh, I mean, you could just buy every Wonder Kid out there, which, I mean, you know, there's a positive thing too, but, you know, I like to keep things semi-realistic. So Hannett is gone. I mean, that's a big shakeup for the club. I mean, that's not something normal. I mean, a big transfer at this point in the season. Like, usually that happens in the summer. So we're starting to near July 20th, and hopefully all of our scouts are back with information. Because I would like to start negotiating for transfers, not just receiving offers. Alright, search by position. Let's see what defenders we have. Alright, so all of our defenders have gotten... Ooh, so he's injury prone. He's got a long throw-in. Very good physicals. Defense awareness is 65. And I think he is... One of the cheaper options is look at Poho. Alright, so we're gonna look. Obviously, we would buy Ho-Ik, and then switch him to right back. Or we'll look to get Poho. Alright, what other players' ratings have come back? So, Connor McElhaney. Decent speed, decent attack position. Oh, 49 stamina. Really? Okay, so Obviously, not looking to bring in wingers just quite yet, but we are looking to bring in a new right back. A Mitov transfer offer, not going to happen. We're just going to let that one, just going to leave that club on red. I think you're going to buy my starting goalkeeper. Alright, so both the offers went through. Alright, so we have to give him Crucial, but obviously he would get Crucial regardless of our position as a club. Yes, Crucial. Agreed. Let's sign a 3-year deal. I feel like once he goes from starter to bench player, it'll actually still be pretty decent. Wage, we'll go for 2,200. I don't think that's too much to ask for. He was on 1,300. That's a $900 increase. You're gonna whine about that. Alright. Still not going over. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens with this transfer. Squad role. Crucial. Agreed. 3-year deal. I like where this is going. No release cost. I hate when I have to make the wage demands. Oh, no. Not 20,000. We'll go 2,400. Who? I don't care about those bonuses. Sure. Jerome Poho has officially joined the club. So we have officially made our first transfer. Alright, let's bench Noel and let's go ahead and let's check out these stats. So, obviously worse pace, but he has, I mean, essentially better everything. Alright, not the greatest of aggression, not the greatest of vision. But, I mean, he's a right back. I mean, he's got that 66 defensive awareness, which is really good. Decent slide, decent standing tackle, good short pass. Yeah, I like the transfer. All right, so now we need to get these wingers in. Oh, Burton sale agreement, nice. Yeah, especially not gonna sell Mitov if we have figured out a deal for Burton. So when are our scouts gonna get back? Cause we're starting to cut things short. You know, I mean, I don't want to freak anybody out, but okay, good. Season's gonna start pretty soon. All right, so Noel was sold for 870,000. So essentially, dude, I think we actually profited off that. Yeah, I don't think we didn't lose any money on that transfer. So we just really upgraded heavily without having to lose money. I mean, really, especially with League 2 and League 1. I mean, it's all about the smart transfers. All right, so let's just see if any of these players have anything that kind of stands out. Alright, so not really. So obviously I want to sign Banny. I'm going to look to bring him in. I think let's hear it. He's a lefty. Alright, so both these players are playing the same position essentially. Alright, so we need a right-footed player. We could bring in David Amu, but I think he is terrible finishing. I mean, it's 59. We'll put a bid in for him. We'll see what materializes. But then there's this man, Roman Byard. Good stats all around. Good ball control, good dribbling, not the greatest crossing. good free kick accuracy, decent shot power, good short pass, good curve. And we'll put in a bid for him. Ooh, Rafael Garcia. Bad finishing, but we can work with that. You know, wingers. I don't really expect any of these guys to be in a finishing position. All right, so we put some bids in. Still got about a week before the season begins. Should be able to get a couple of those players in. Burton sold. Okay, Bonnie's transfer went through. So because I do not want to mess up, the worst thing I can do is mess up his, just really mess up the deal. I want to give him crucial. Like, I think he could be a cornerstone for this team. Why? I hate when they don't. Alright, so he's on. So we'll give him 2,000 straight up. Because obviously he will be around at the club for a while. And we signed him. So I think not only did we just sign him, that should be our transfer. Should have fit our transfer deal. Yep. And they want us to finish the season without any unspent transfer budget. Well, let me tell you, FIFA board members, I tend to spend every penny. Alright, so now, alright, not sold on him yet. Because, I mean, obviously, we gotta take a look at Bonnie first. You gotta take a look at this man. Alright, he's gonna be our right mid. So Bonnie, only 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, but it's okay. I don't do skill moves. But he's got very good speed, good bounce, good agility. Not the greatest at jumping, not the greatest attack position. I mean, he's a raw prospect. He is someone that we are gonna have to look to develop. But that is to be expected with a player his age. I mean, he's only 17. I mean, we essentially bought a youth academy player, and actually should change the development trait for Poho and for Bonnie. All right, so yeah, I think we want wide back. All right, and then Bonnie. There we go. I mean, hopefully, this man can end up being our the transfer that makes our career. I mean, yeah, we want to get his finishing up, vision, better short pass, better dribbling, and that sprint speed up. So I mean, our wings do want to cut in, and Mullen is also a bigger, more physical striker, so you could end up being somewhat of a target man. Alright, so now, so all these players are looking to go for the one position. So Garcia's got the good speed. He's got the good physical stats. Doesn't have the greatest finishing. So his weakness is finishing. Amu's weakness is injury. Byard's weakness is size. I think we're going to sign Rafael Garcia. Good price. I mean, he'll be another crucial winger. So, I mean, realistically, we have our front three for this season, maybe even next season. I mean, Garcia's, he's still only 26. And we still have 800. We still have some money. Disregard the release clause. Yep. Sure, I'm okay with that. So now we have Rafael Garcia. We have our new left winger. This team has actually ended up taking shape. Alright, let's check out his stats. Obviously, got that amazing pace. Again, with the inverted winger, obviously, his shooting stats will just, of course, go up just because of the training. I mean, this team's looking pretty solid right now. I mean, there's nothing I'd really change. Obviously, I think now at this point, well, we'll see. I didn't send our Youth Academy scouts out. I just remembered I forgot to. Well, we'll switch to transfer budget. So we have about $1 million in the transfer budget. We'll look, see if we can hire another, like a 3-star scout would be perfect. 2-star, 2-star. We'll settle for that. So once those players go out, we'll have a little bit of money. Probably be able to buy some backup player of some sort. I think we'll wait till our first game's on the 1st, I believe. Yeah, the 1st. So we'll wait till the 1st to kind of send our scouts out. Man, team's looking pretty solid. Oh wait, I gotta do Garcia's development plan. Before I forget, development plan. Inverted winger. Inverted wide midfielder. Actually, is it worth it to switch him to... Is it worth it to switch him and Bonnie's positions around? Switch Bonnie to a right mid or right wing? Probably should. Alright, Bonnie, you're being moved up to a right winger. 8 weeks. Alright, we can deal with that. And Garcia, you're going to be switched to a left winger. Seven weeks. Okay. So obviously, it's going to take some time throughout the season for the team to mold and mend to what kind of want it to be in the future. Obviously, with our money that we currently have, we can kind of do whatever we want. Sign some backup players, you know, kind of do all sorts of that type of stuff. And to start our next episode, we will be playing our first game in the league. And our youth players are, yep. I think I'll might end up actually using Mendez. He's a lefty, so we are going to switch him to right winger. Should only take 2 weeks, yeah. And we'll promote Hackle, be our backup player, and we will release Bouvier. So, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the video. And if you have any suggestions, I don't want to say that because I already know what I'm doing. But if there's any suggestions that you have for the club down the road, make sure you comment those down below. And it is Jay Beebs, signing off.